Good afternoon and welcome to today's presentation. Today we're going to cover the EDM plan overview for the Bank of America new EDM plan that we are wanting to implement for the increase of credit market share. So we'll start with the introduction. Bottom line is we're doing this because we need to grow the market share. We are needing to increase the amount of credit usage that we see through our travel rewards program. We feel that it is the best one available, and our clients are just underutilizing it now. Um, in order to do this, we need to implement a new EDM plan. Simply put, we have a lot of legacy systems and newer systems that we need to implement to make better use of our current data and put it in better perspective for our marketing teams and sales force in order to be able to utilize it for targeting the clients who are not using our best products. We are going to cover the data warehouse architecture schema that we're going to use for this. Also going to cover some staffing issues. Want to make sure that we cover the right number of staff to implement it. Now, of course, some of these things are going to be, um, adjustable on an as-needed basis. We're also going to cover the costs because we can't jump into getting this implemented without knowing initially what it's going to cost us, and then ongoing costs of the data solution as we move forward. So first, the overall plan schema and the benefits. The benefits are we want to grow the market share by 20%, and we want to provide better reporting and analysis to our employees. The two of these are going to go hand in hand. It's going to allow our employees to better target market the products that we currently offer to the clients that are just not utilizing them now but could benefit from them. This is actually going to allow us to better service our clients and provide better products that are more in line with what they actually need to use. We've talked about before about using a star schema. That's not quite going to work exactly the way we want it to, so we're going to need to update that to a snowflake schema. This just gives us a little bit more flexibility as the data branches out into the older legacy systems. And right here, we're going to take a look at just a quick little overview of what that could look like. Obviously, there are going to be some aspects of this that we use, some that we don't, but overall, this kind of gives us that 20,000 foot view of how we're going to get started. As far as staffing and timeline projections go, the first step is going to be data storage. We're going to need administrators and business intelligence programmers. As far as what we're trying to look at, we are going to need at least 5 business intelligence programmers and some new network administration teams, so that way they can properly implement exactly what it is we're trying to do. It's going to take approximately 3 weeks. That is our current estimates. Now, if all goes well, it might be a little faster. We've known from projects in the past that it may take a little bit longer than that. So we are keeping our our eyes and ears open to little hiccups along the way to make sure that we stay on track as best as possible. Next is going to be the data mapping of the dimensional model and applications. We have to make sure that the data matches up with the receptacles on the different applications we're going to be using, all the way from our legacy data that can't be migrated into newer database stores, all the way up through our newer SQL servers and Azure cloud-based data storage. We're going to utilize new data analysts for that. So we are going to need approximately 10 new data analysts with a time of 4 weeks approximately to get this done. We feel this is a bit of a conservative notion, just simply put, because some of our legacy systems have been there for pretty close to decades, and we're not really sure exactly how they're going to play with some of the new software. So this is going to be a little bit of a flexible period. Next step is going to be the utilization setup, client back office, Salesforce specialists, and business analysts. Simply put, this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where we actually take from the database queries and attach it to our CRM software, which is our Salesforce, and then our other like Microsoft Power BI software that we're going to be using to be able to formulate those best practice data client reports. We do feel that we are going to need at least 10 business analysts that can help us to best integrate this with Microsoft Power BI, and 2 more Salesforce specialists. The Salesforce side is mostly going to be setting up and customizing, that CRM package. I realize that the CRM is not necessarily part of the overall, um, EDM plan from a storage standpoint or from an actual, data management. But it is important to know how we're going to connect that data to the endpoint that we're going to be using. We do think this is going to take about 8 weeks. This is going to be the largest piece of the overall plan, and that's simply put because this is the part that goes from, all right, we've laid the groundwork, and now we're actually testing, refining, and adjusting the plan as time goes on to make sure that it continues to play well with our data and our legacy systems. All in all, it's going to be 27 newly hired employees and a total of 15 weeks that it is going to take us to fully implement this current plan. On to cost. So overall, we're going to have staffing costs. About $607,500 are going to be the initial cost to get it going. Software and services is going to account for another $141,923 of initial upfront costs. There's going to be some ongoing costs to run the EDM plan. $216,499 per month between labor and resources. That will account for if all employees that we hire to implement this stay on, and also the ongoing cost to service the Microsoft contract for the softwares. Lastly, just some quick final thoughts for you guys. We do project 20% growth. That is our goal. That is the benefit from this that we are shooting for. We are thinking that 15 weeks to implement this plan. I realize that's a little ambitious. That, like I said, it may take a little bit longer. It just depends on how each one of the phases goes. A grand total initial cost of approximately $749,423 between labor and resources, with an ongoing $216,499 per month ongoing expenses to continue running the new EDM plan. That is a combination, again, of the staffing. If every single staff member that we hire to implement this plan stays on, obviously they will start out on a contract basis. And then if everything goes well and they prove to be essential for the ongoing, maintenance and refinement of the plan, then they will be asked to stay on as well. So once again, I just want to thank everyone for taking the time to listen in today. If you have any questions, let me know. Obviously, time is of the essence on this because we are wanting to get this implemented no later than by the end of Q2 this year. So that way, Q3, we can hit the ground running and try to dominate this year. All right, guys, have a great day. Thank you.